are Boolean in Python? Boolean in Python represents one of the two values. It is either true or it is either false. While in programming, you often need to know if an expression is either true or it is either false. When you compare two values, the expression is evaluated. For example, these are the values here. So if these expressions are evaluated, Python returns the Boolean answer. So these are the answer of these expressions, like true or either false. Now let's see some of the practical example of these Boolean expression. So in PyCharm, if I write print and in brackets 20 is greater than 18, or if I write print in brackets 20 is equal to 18 and print 20 is equal to 20, and at last print 20 is less than 18. So in this example 20 is greater than 18 and it is true. So the output will be true. And in this example, it is saying that 20 is equal to 18, but it is not. So the output will be false. And here it is saying that 20 is equal to 20 and it is correct. So the answer will be true. And here it is saying that 20 is less than 18. So the answer will be false. You can also see the output here also. So if I run this program, it will give us the output as true, false, true, false. Values and variables. The bool function allows you to evaluate any value or variable and give you true or false in return. So the bool function will give you true or false. So for example, if I have to find the output of the value, so this is an example. In this example, I am using a string value as hello. So except the word false itself, the answer will be always true. And for the integer, except the zero value, the output will be true. And for variable, so for the variable example, if I take the value, for example, for x is equal to hello and y is equal to some integer, for example 7. So if I evaluate these variables x and y, the output will be true. So for the practical example, let's see the PyCharm. So here in PyCharm, if I take the example as print and in brackets I will call my bool function, and again in round brackets I will write a string which is hello, and again print, and in brackets if I call the bool function for integer which is for example 7, so they both give me the output as true. So if I leave the blank, if I write print and I call the bool function, and in brackets I will not give any string, so it will give me the output as false. So when I run this program, the output will be true for this, and false for this blank. And for variable, so for example, I am taking the variable x is equal to hello and y is equal to an integer which is 7, and if I print the bool of this variable, so x, and bool of print bool of y, so they both give me the output as, if I run this program, they both give me the output as true. About true values. Almost any value in Python is evaluated to true if it has some sort of content in it. Any string is evaluated to true except the empty string. Any number is also evaluated to true except the 0. Any list, tuple, set, and dictionary are evaluated to true except empty ones. Now let's see some practical example of this true values. So for practical example, let's try these examples. Print in brackets, I will call the bool function, and let's take the string as an example. So text will be x, y, z. For another example, print, let's call the bool function again, and in round brackets I will write 1, 2, 3, and again print the bool function again, and I will leave this empty string and print the bool function, and in round brackets I will give the list. The list will be apple, apple, and BMW, and KHUSH, Khushal. So for the first, the answer will be true as it is not an empty string, For the second one, it is also true. The first one is true. Second one is also true because it is not a 0. Third one is false as it is an empty string. And fourth one is true as it is not an empty list. So this one is true. So if I run this program, my output will be true for this, false for this empty one, and true again for this list. So these are some of the examples of the true values in Boolean. False values. There are not many values that evaluate to false, except the empty list, the empty tuple, the empty set, the empty dictionary, the empty string, 0 or none. And of course, the false evaluates to false. So let's see some of the examples of this false value. So for examples for false values, let's see that print in brackets bool In round bracket I will write false and print. In round brackets I will call the bool function first, and then in round brackets I will write none, print bool function. In brackets I will write empty string, again bool function. In brackets I will call 0 and print. In bool function again in round brackets I will write square brackets empty one and print bool round brackets curly brackets, and last print bool round brackets and again round brackets. So in this example they all will give me the output as false. So now if I run this program, all the output will be false. You can see that for these examples my output are all false. Thank you for watching my video, and please make sure to like and subscribe, and do watch all my other videos. Jai Hind.